At this juncture, I intend to look into respondent submission that a whip cannot be issued in an election to the post of speakers has to be considered, even though the learned counsel for the petitioner submitted that in normal course of events, no whip is issued for the election of the post of the speaker, but he submitted that the election held on 3rd July 2022 was not in normal course, but it was crucial event linked to the sustenance of the government. Petitioner further submitted that in any election where a candidate has been set up by the political party, then in that case the directions of the political party are binding on the legislator in important elections. At the outset itself, I must state that the record that the petitioner's submission that in a speaker's election candidates are set up by a political party is factually wrong. As a convention, the candidates are not usually seen as candidates set up by political party. In the present case also, Sri Rajan Salvi was not set up as a candidate of Shivsena, but his notice of nomination was moved by a legislator affiliated to the NCP and seconded by legislator affiliated to the INC. This clearly indicates that candidates for the election of speaker are not set up by political parties. In view of the same, the petitioner's own submission, a whip could not have been issued in the election of a speaker as the candidate was not set up by any political party. In view of my conclusions and findings recorded herein above, petition number 19 of 2022 is hereby dismissed. Petition number Group 6, which consists of petition number 21, again filed by a legislator belonging to the UBT faction under 2(1)(b) for defiance of whip issued during the confidence motion. I will only read the operative part and you can refer to the judgment for the details. The preliminary issue has already been decided in the previous orders, so that will apply to this as well. In view of my conclusions and findings recorded herein above, petition number 21 of 2022 is hereby dismissed. Now we shall deal with Group 5, being petition number 22 to 24, which have been filed by legislator belonging to the Shinde faction under paragraph 2(1)(a) and paragraph 2(1)(b) of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. Again, here I am not dealing with the preliminary issue which has already been ruled in the previous order. So I will directly go. Disqualification petition number 20 and 22 to 34 of 2022 has been filed by the petitioner Shri Bharat Gogavle against Shri Nitin Chandrakant Deshmukh and 13 other members of the 14th Maharashtra Legislative Assembly under paragraph 2(1)(a) and paragraph 2(1)(b) of the 10th schedule of the Constitution, inter alia on the following grounds: that A. Respondents have by their conduct voluntarily given up their membership of the SSLP, and 2. Respondents have voted against the whip issued on 3rd July 2022, wherein all members of the SSLP were issued directions to vote in favor of the confidence motion held on 4th July 2022. I'll straight away go to my analysis, observations and findings. The issue as to which faction was the real political party when the rival factions emerged and who was the duly authorized whip and the leader has been extensively discussed and decided in disqualification petition 1 to 16, group number 1. Since the genesis of both this group and the said group is the same, the preliminary issue is common. Thus, the said decision on preliminary issue decided in disqualification petition number 1 to 16 of 2022 be read as the decision hereunder. Petitioner has contended Petitioner has contended that the respondents are liable to be disqualified under paragraph 21A of the 10th schedule. This submission cannot be accepted and the respondents cannot be held to be disqualified on the grounds for the reasons that this ground is a mere allegation, and apart from mere assertion that the respondents have voluntarily given up the membership of SSLP, the petitioner has not put forth any evidence or material to substantiate it. A mere unsubstantiated statement that the legislators have voluntarily given up the membership cannot be a ground to attract disqualification under paragraph 21A of the 10th schedule. I have perused my record as well as a copy of the whip issued by the petitioner, which is signed by the petitioner as Chief Whip and Shri Eknath Shinde as the leader of the legislature party. Though the petitioner tried to show that the said whip was served and delivered on the respondents, the petitioner has failed to prove the service of the whip on each and every MLA of Shivsena. I have also examined in detail the cross-examination of the petitioner, Shri Bharat Gogavle, and have found major inconsistency in the answers regarding physical service of the whip, and therefore this evidence cannot be accepted. Insofar as delivery by WhatsApp is concerned, the same also was produced on the last day of the evidence despite ample opportunity for the same. Even the pleadings filed by the petitioner are silent on the issue of service. In these circumstances, it will not be justifiable for me to take on record a document purporting to be a screenshot of WhatsApp messages which were admittedly sent through a third person mobile number, i.e. one Mr. Santosh Kadam, who also did not step into the witness box. Thus, petitioner's plea to disqualify respondents cannot be accepted. The Honorable Supreme Court in Kyoto Holyan at paragraph 123 SCC has held that, keeping in view the consequences of the disqualification, termination of the membership of a house, it would be appropriate that the decision of whip which results in such disqualification under paragraph 21B is so worded as to clearly indicate that voting or abstaining from voting contrary to the said directions would result in incurring the disqualification under paragraph 21B of the 10th schedule, so that the member concerned has foreknowledge of the consequences following from his conduct in voting or abstaining from voting contrary to such a direction. A perusal of the whip dated 3rd July 2022 shows that it does not contain any words which would indicate that the said whip, if not allowed, would result in disqualification. Thus, on this count as well, the petitioner's case that the respondents are liable to be disqualified for violation of whip dated 3rd July 2022 must be rejected. Rule 3 subclause 5 of members of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, disqualification on grounds of defection rule 1986, provides that where a member belonging to any political party votes or abstains from voting in the assembly contrary to any directions issued by such political party or by any person or authority authorized by it in this behalf, without obtaining in either case the prior permission of such political party, person or authority, the leader of the legislature party concerned, or shall as soon as may be thereafter and in any case within 30 days from the date of such voting or abstinence, inform the speaker as in form 2 whether such voting or abstinence has or has not been condoned by such political party, person or authority. From the records of the legislature secretariat, it is seen that the petitioner has not complied with this rule. Thus, on this ground also, petitioner's case that the respondents are liable to be disqualified for violation of whip dated 2nd July 2022 must be rejected. In view of my conclusion, the findings recorded herein above, petition number 20 and 22 to 34 of 2022 are hereby dismissed. Group 2, petition number 17 against 2 independent MLAs and 1 Mr. Bacchu Kadu of PJP party. The same are dismissed. Yeah, you can apply for certified copies. We'll provide you with.
आणि महत्त्वाची बातमी की शिंदे गट आणि ठाकरे गट दोघांचेही आमदार पात्र ठरलेले आहेत. मात्र खरी शिवसेना ही शिंदेंचीच असा निकाल या ठिकाणी विधानसभा अध्यक्ष राहुल नार्वेकर यांनी दिलाय.
विधानसभा अध्यक्ष राहुल नार्वेकर यांनी आपल्या निकालामध्ये ठाकरे गटाला जोरदार धक्का दिलाय. शिंदे गट आणि ठाकरे गट दोघांचेही आमदार पात्र आहेत. मात्र एकमेकांना अपात्र करण्याच्या याचिका विधानसभा अध्यक्षांनी फेटाळून लावल्या.
शिंदेचे 16 आमदार आणि ठाकरे गटाचे 14 आमदारही पात्र आहेत. दोघांचेही आमदार पात्र ठरवण्यात आलेले आहेत. एकमेकांना अपात्र करण्याची याचिका फेटाळण्यात आल्या. मात्र खरी शिवसेना ही शिंदेचीच हे देखील विधानसभा अध्यक्ष राहुल नार्वेकर यांनी सांगितलं. त्यानंतर